Mark, has the midfield area been giving you sort of the biggest headaches this week of who might and might not be fit?
I know exactly where I'm going now. It's not a problem. Pookie's out for 4 to 6 weeks. David Bird's got a chance of being fit and available, but I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. Frankie came through 60 minutes of a reserve game on Tuesday. JJ did the same. I'm pretty settled in my head after last Saturday's game, really, where I was going to go, what I'm going to do, and I think it should all come into place today and tomorrow, and hopefully get everybody that I want to play ready for Saturday.
You say David Bird's got a chance. What sort of chance are we talking there, if we can put it in numbers?
He'll be fit and available. He'll be available for some part of Saturday, definitely. Whether I start him remains to be seen, but I expect him to be on the training ground this morning, and then I'm back on the training ground tomorrow as well, and then and declare himself available for Saturday.
And I suppose Frankie Artis has come back to fitness just at the right time for you.
Definitely. You know, it's unfortunate that with the small squad that you keep picking up injuries, but that's just part and parcel of it, and we're fortunate that Frankie's back, you know, while Pookie's now out.
Port Vale absolutely flying at the moment, second in the table. Is this going to be the hardest test you've had so far at home?
We've had some tough games at home, we've had some tough games away. It'll be a real good test for us, without a shadow of a doubt. You know, Mickey's got them working really hard for each other. They've got some good players, they've got players who can score goals, we know that. But it's a game we're not afraid of, it's a game we're looking forward to. And after, you know, a defeat last week, it's important that we set our stall out to be difficult to beat, but go and play, to go and express ourselves. That's when we're at our best, and we're at home.
And Waterloo has been something of a fortress for you this season. I mean, I suppose this is the game where you really want that to kick in.
Yeah, definitely. You know, they're going to bring a good away contingent of supporters down. It's important the supporters get behind the boys and make sure that we keep our home form going. And the more we can do that, the higher up the table we'll be.
Obviously, the fans will remember Justin Richards from last season with Cheltenham. And presumably you'll look at their team and think, well, he's not the only threat.
No, he's certainly not. No, he's a good player, Justin. We know that. He played a big part in our league survival last season. You know, he decided to move on, and no problem with that. He's gone to a team where, you know, he's slotted in and fitted in very well. And he alongside his namesake Mark Richards have struck a really good partnership up. We know that. I saw Mickey at a reserve game the other night, and they'll be keen to make sure they come to Warden Road and win on Saturday, because they've drawn a few lately, but they haven't let goals in, and that's a sign of a good team. And you know, Justin will want to put one over us for sure. But they can score goals throughout the team, and we've got to be aware of that. But like I said before, we're at home. The boys will know their strengths and weaknesses, but we'll concentrate on ours. You know, we try and do what we're good at, try and do what we think's the right thing to do against a good Port Vale team.
And also, I mean, injuries. We've discussed Michael Pook, but what's the update on the likes of Martin Riley and also Wes Thomas's progress?
Martin Riley will be training today. That'll be great news for everybody. Great news for him more than anybody else. And Wes getting him out the physio room. Wes Thomas is a couple of weeks away, probably. I haven't had an actual update today. You know, he won't be available for at least another next couple of games. But he's progressing well. Pookie's 4 to 6 weeks, but it's settled down quite well. Marley's gone back out on loan with a 24-hour recall as and when we need him. Trying to think, you know, with Frankie back, JJ back, Josh Lowe, you know, he had a little knock. Birdie should be available for the weekend. You know, we're okay. We're okay.
And Martin Riley back in training. Is it too early for him to be back in selection?
Yeah, he won't be available for the weekend. No, he'll be playing some. We've got a behind closed doors friendly next week, and he'll be playing some part in that. Hopefully, an hour, and we'll just step him up. You know, it's important that we get everybody back as quick as we can. We want competition for places all over. But it's up to when someone's out, it's up to somebody to stand up to the plate, and you know, with Martin being out, Andy Gallen has performed very well, and Martin's going to have to work extremely hard to get back into the team.
And a word about Marley. Obviously, it's benefiting him being down at Bath, and I suppose it's easier for the club now. It's the second and third month of the loan because you have got that 24-hour recall if you need him.
Well, that was, he wouldn't have got, if that happens, that once you get through that first month, when you take the calculated risk that you have to do without him for 28 days and there's nothing you can do about it. Well, we took that decision because it was for the benefit of Marley and us long term, hopefully. Now we don't want extending it. He's done quite well. They like him there. He's playing regular games, which is great. We want to see him develop as a player. I've had him watched. I've seen improvement in him on the training ground. That confidence of playing on a regular basis. And if we need him, we'll call him back straight away. He's not playing in the cup on Saturday. We're not letting him be cup tied. He's still got a part to play here. But at the moment, rather than sit on my bench, he's going to continue to play games for Bath.
You had a look at full trialists and the reserves on Tuesday. Any?
No.
Won't be looking at them again.
Yeah, Bo's going to continue to train with us, the Australian boy. Not a problem. But the other two, the other one was a young boy. One was a young boy who we might have a look at again some stage, but it wasn't the game for him to shine or to really have much time on the pitch. We'll have a look at him again at some stage. But the other two are no's, and we won't be going anywhere with those.
Yeah, I suppose Patrick Ayuka came along at the wrong time just as Martin Riley said coming back.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, he's got a good, decent pedigree. He's played, League One football, but he told me he was fit and ready to go, and I think you saw, he wasn't ready for a test of football that was thrown at him. So it's not something that we'll be continuing with at the moment.
Yeah, going back to Justin Richards, you manage him at two different clubs. You probably know him as well as anyone. What makes him so dangerous? He obviously scored 15 goals last year.
He's got ability. He's a good player. People see different things in him. He's had his knockers at clubs, his critics at clubs, but he did a tremendous job here, and he did a good job for me at Kidderminster as well the year before. He can score goals. He's got ability. He's got tremendous belief in his own ability. Perhaps a little bit too hard on himself sometimes, but he'll be a big threat. He'll be wanting to make sure that any knockers that he did have here, he proves wrong, and we've got to make sure we keep him quiet, and make sure that happens.
He had a really good start to the season, but he's gone a few games without scoring.
Well,
now,
we've
so
got to make sure that continues on Saturday. In terms of not scoring goals. But he's a good player. But he's moved on, and we spoke to him in the summer a couple of times, and he's not a problem. But I've got to concentrate on my players. It's not about who's been here. It's about the group that are here at the moment, because they're the ones that can do things for the football club and the supporters of in the town, and that is all that concerns me. Justin will be wary of him, but we won't be paying any more attention than we do to any other player.
Yeah.